Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name's Max, and I'm here with another Mengu Cube Draft. And this is basically just vintage cube draft. And I'm really excited to get into this. I want to play more Popper, honestly, but Strixhaven comes out in like 2 days. So it's sort of like it's like a dead format because we're about to get a bunch of new cards. So it's not as fun playing right now, right before the new cards come out when I'm just like excited to test the new cards and like play in that format. So I figured just do a little bit more cube until then. Okay, this is pack one, pick one here in front of us. We have no power. There is power in this cube. There are some strong cards here. Narset is really strong. I don't really want to take one of these lands. They're not that great of lands. Ralzeric does not seem strong. Frost Titan is good. Lotus Cobra would be fine. Thirst for Knowledge. Don't think Gilded Lotus is really on the power level of these cards. I mean, overall, this pack's honestly not great for a pack one pick one. You could take Imperial Seal if you want to like try to go combo or Reanimator or something. I think I'm just gonna Narset. Narset actually does seem incredibly good, especially in this cube, because there's a lot of like Wheel of Fortunes and stuff that go with it. If you just play Narset and then play Wheel of Fortune, it's really good. So let's just go pack one, pick one Narset here. Okay, this is interesting. I think the pick is between, I guess, Inferno Titan. It goes red and blue red is the combination I like. There's Cosima, God of the Voyage, which is strong. There's Glacial Fortress, which honestly I'm just leaning towards taking a land. I like Blue Light Control a lot. Goes well with this. Cosima's fine, but I think I'm just going to take land. Again, I think it's actually between land and Inferno Titan. I think that this just leaves me more open. It's easier to go into like a three color deck like blue, white, red, or Esper or something, or Bant, and just take the land here. Okay, well, I think I'm just gonna Time Twister. It's not that I love Time Twister, but I mean it's a blue Wheel of Fortune that goes with Narset, and then maybe we get maybe what's the other one called? The 3 mana 3/2 Flash with the same ability. It's the new commander card. I'm forgetting the name. I suck at names, but I remember all the cards. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna take Time Twister. Like I said, it just, essentially this is like I've heard people call this just like Splinter Twin because essentially it's like a two card combo. You basically win the game. You can lose after it. It's not like you win right there, but most of the time, as long as you're not super far behind on board, you win if you go Narset into Wheel because then they have one card in hand and you have seven. So yeah, really strong. Let me take this moment to shout out my channel. I didn't really get to do that. It's youtube.com/snapbolt. There's going to be a link in the description to subscribe to my channel. I play a lot of Popper recently, but I play other formats too. Might get into some modern soon. But throw a like on this video, subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. And thank you so much for that. Okay, we have actually a strong pick here. There's Compulsive Research, Scarab God, Factor Fiction, even Basalt Monolith. I don't think it's Psi, but I think I'm just going to take Factor Fiction. I think it's a stronger card drawing card than Compulsive. Scarab God's good, but then I'm committing to another color. And we don't have to be blue white yet, but I just took that land as kind of like a safety valve almost, just like leaves me more open to go into blue white. But we certainly don't have to be blue white. We could be blue red, we could still be blue black, we could be, blue green, but I'm just gonna take a really strong blue card and fall off and be happy with that. There is balance, which I do like a fair amount, but we don't really have a bunch of artifacts to go with it yet. I could also just take Disenchant. Definitely not taking Show and Tell. I don't think Show and Tell decks are actually that good, and I don't think this card is actually good. A lot of times you Show and Tell and then you lose the game because they put in something good and then untap with it and then get to do something with it. I do like Disenchant and I don't mind main decking it, but I think Balance has a higher upside if it works out. So I'm gonna go Balance here. Now we can Orzhov Signet or we can Breeding Pool. I think especially with the balance and the Glacial Fortress, taking something that adds white mana and Signet is just a strong card. I don't hate Emrakul the Promised End as well as just like a control finisher. Breeding Pool is strong though because it's a fetchable blue and green source, but with balance, Orzhov Signet not only it produces white, but it goes well with balance. I think we're just gonna take the Signet, be fine with that. I do like control magic, but I've actually been just like as time goes on, I've been like lower and lower on. Oh, green screen's kind of messing up here. I gotta mess with the settings a little bit. I've been lower and lower on the control magic effects. A lot of times you like can get stuck with them in your hand, especially if you have too many. I do really like control magic, but I'm just kind of trying to move into blue white at this point. Path is just 1 mana. This is 4. Path is really strong, so especially in blue white control. All right, I'm just gonna take a treasure cruise here. I think it's better than Armageddon, especially in like this deck. And in powered cubes with like Moxes, I don't like the Armageddons as much. Wow, Frost Titan and Sun Titan both came back. I'm gonna go Frosty. Not only it's a blue card for like Force Negation or Force of Will, but I think it's just a better card. Yeah, we could get our Narset back, but Frost Titan is just always really strong regardless of what else you have. Wow, Inferno Titan's still there. And Cosima. I don't think I'm going to take the red card here. We got a late path and a relatively late balance. Sometimes this just goes super late because I think people still undervalue this card. They don't realize how strong it is. Like sometimes if you if you just use it as a wrath, if you don't have creatures, but you have to discard 2 or 3 cards, it can still be good in that situation. I know it sounds bad, like 2 mana Wrath of God, discard 2 cards, but that's actually not bad a lot of times, especially if you're like can just like come back and win the game after that. I guess I'll take a Sphinx because it's something that I could cast if I end up with a good enough mana, and if I get a Tinker, it'd be nice to have access to. So let's take a Sphinx there. All right. I mean, I guess I just take a Sai in case I get a bunch of artifacts, but probably not playing it. All right, this is funny. I mean, yeah, I could take Show and Tell, but again, I don't even want to be a Show and Tell deck. I could take it just in case, but Disenchant is honestly, I think, a main deckable card, so just take the Disenchant. I'm fine with that. Last pick, Chain Lightning? Wow. Chain Lightning's good. See who we got in this draft. Anybody I know? No. Okay, well, off-color Mox is still Mox. The first card I saw when I like my eyes just went to the pack was Glenelendra, and then I kind of scanned the pack. Then I saw the Mox. I basically never pass Mox. Wow, my green screen just seems to be messing up a little bit. I wonder if that's going to be on the recording. But yeah, I'm just going to take Mox here. Not close. Even colorless Mox essentially in this deck is really, really strong. You don't want to pass that up. Maybe we wheel like an Elspeth, or don't think we want this. Golos is good, but we're not going to wheel that. Maybe we get lucky and wheel a Daze. There's also a fetch land in this pack. There's a lot of good cards, but yep, Mox for us. Oh man. I mean, I like Mana Vault. It's like not quite on the level of like the other powered cards like Moxes and stuff, but it is incredible. I mean, it's not that hard to go turn 1 basic, play Mana Vault, turn 2 basic, play 5-drop. These cards are just so strong. Wow, Drawn from Dreams. I didn't know that was in this MenguCube. That's cool. JVP, Hallowed Fountain. If this was just like a random bad card, or let's say it wasn't in the pack, my next pick out of this pack would probably just be Hallowed Fountain. I value fixing really high, and I think it's critical to make sure you cast your spell. JVP would be close though. JVP's really strong. Even without good spells to flash back, just being a 2-mana looter that flips into a planeswalker is really strong. But yeah, I'm gonna Mana Vault. Let's see if we had Hallowed Fountain. Now this becomes another blue-white land, but I'm just gonna take a Preordain here. Another thing about our list right now, yeah, we have Path, Balance, Disenchant. We don't necessarily have to be white. I don't know if we got like an Oko or something. I could just be blue splash Oko. So looks like we're just going to be a blue control deck here. Okay, well, there's the Hull Breacher. That's what I was looking for. Volk is interesting. Talisman is interesting. Even Olamog is interesting. But yeah, this is an easy Hull Breacher. Now we have Narset and Hull Breacher plus Time Twister. Seems sweet. Let's go. Mind's Desire. Sublime Epiphany. Vendilion Click. Palace Chiller is also really strong. But it's double white. Sublime Epiphany seems like it's pretty good, right? 6 mana though. If I knew that I was going to be heavier white, I would want Palace Jailer. I think it's the strongest card out of these. We're obviously not taking Mind's Desire. I could just play it safe and take a Vendilion Click. It's always going to be fine. I'm going to take this, not because I think it's the right pick, but because in the normal Vintage Cube, this card's not there, and I kind of want to play with it. There was also a Gear Hulk going around. So we have a Factor Fiction. If we have a Sublime Epiphany and a Gear Hulk that we get back, that could be pretty sick. Alright, so this pick is between, I don't think it's Thraben or Kytheon. I think it's between Ballista and Heath. And if we got super lucky and wheeled the Hallowed Fountain, I would love to have this Windswept Heath. But I mean, Walking Ballista is just like a fine playable, right? It's gonna be just strong in any deck. I'm just gonna take it. Alright, just gonna Blade Splicer, be fine with that. It's a lot less white requirements than Kitchen Finks, and it kind of does a similar thing. And in some situations, this is just better than Finks anyway, so just take it. Be fine with that. Yeah, I'll take a big Elspeth. Okay. I mean, yeah, maybe I should have taken Palace Jailer there, but I mean, whatever. We still got a good card. This still, like, if we cast this, it's going to be like a massive kind of like back-breaking effect still, so just go with many 6-drops here. Okay, we got the Elspeth and the Daze back. I mean, Daze doesn't go that well with like all our expensive cards, but Elspeth isn't that great in our deck either. I think Daze is what I want. Still just really strong. Wow, and we got the Hallowed Fountain back. I mean, that's a gift, and that shows that I'm probably am in the right deck, but geez. Are we going to get the... Oh no, okay, we've got a Marsh Flats back? That's huge too. Wow, we're just getting all the fixing late. Luris doesn't really do anything for us. But yeah, Marsh Flats is really nice. Yeah, I'll take a Deputy. I can play a Deputy. I don't think this card is generally in the Vintage Cube either, but seems fine. This deck looks pretty strong now. Mana Vault, Mox, and then we have the combo of Narset, Hull Breacher, Time Twister. And then we just have a bunch of good, strong blue and white cards. And I am probably going to play this Balance at this point. Sphinx is not in the deck right now, but I'm just leaving it there just to remind myself. Sure, I'll just take a blue card. Opposition Agent I don't think is really playable at all. Just take a Nahiri. See what we get past last pick. So we did not get the Windswept Heath back, but I mean, it was crazy that we got Hallowed Fountain and Marsh Flats back. That's kind of no respect. Mana Drain. Let's go. And there's Tinker. Tinker would be strong even with only a couple artifacts. This card is just really, really good, but I mean, it's no mana drain. Caracas is also really strong. If we can wheel Probe, Tinker, Caracas, any of those would be fantastic wheels. Also, could even play Vidalcan Shackles because we might not have that many white requirements. So, I mean, this card is just so strong. Our deck looks insane here. Wow, there's a lot of good cards here too. Doomscar seems strong in our deck. But Vista, I think, is probably the pick. This is just another blue-white dual land, and it's a fetch land. Spellseeker gets balance, mana drain, path, but I don't like Spellseeker that much in general. Force Spike would also be fine. I would prefer Force Spike over Tithe here because our blue, we're going to have more blue sources than white. Doomscar would be fine, but I'm going to just take a land. I think that's actually pretty easy for me. Okay, I don't like this card that much, but this is another combo with Narset and Hull Breacher because you can just commit and then when you flash back the memory, it's another wheel effect. So I'm just going to take it here, make sure I get it, because now I'm just almost like this blue-white control deck, but I have the combo of these two combo pieces and then these two combo pieces. So I have two Wheel of Fortunes and then two like anti-draw effects. So yeah, this deck honestly looks pretty insane to me. I think this is, I mean, I could take Thran Dynamo. We have expensive mana requirements. We have like Ballista, we have all these 6-drops. Could just take Serum Visions though. That might just be better. I like Dynamo a lot, but I think I'm just going to take a bad cantrip. Could also take Wall of Omens, but I think I'd rather have the blue cantrip. So I'm going to do it. Wow. Echo of Eons. Also, there's Arid Mesa. I don't think it's Stormcaller. Echo of Eons is tempting because it's like just a 6-drop Wheel of Fortune that goes with our two Narset and Hull Breacher, and it's blue. But I might even be able to wheel it because I don't think anybody else except a Storm player is going to want this. I'm just going to Arid Mesa to try to wheel Echo of Eons. I can't really discard this, so I can only cast it for 6 mana. And I already have 2 wheel effects, both of which I think are better than this. So let's just take another, because I'm taking Arid Mesa because it can get Hallowed Fountain. So it's another blue and white source. So I think that's the play. All right. I'll just take a Geist for the sideboard. I don't think I really like main decking it that much because if they just have blockers, it just gets crushed. But I think it's a good sideboard card against control. Wow. So there's Boros, Signet, Sower, Skyclave, Spell Pierce, even Ugin I could take. I'm honestly leaning just towards Spell Pierce. We have so much good stuff to do already. Skyclave just being double white, I think rules it out. This might be the strongest card, but I don't think I really need Sower. I think I'd rather just Spell Pierce, yeah. Spell Pierce is really strong. Our deck is just looking really lean, efficient. We have our combo. We don't have that many controlling elements, but okay. I mean, I'll just play a Wormcoil. I don't know why this always goes so late. It can go in so many different decks. And it's really good. It's really strong. I don't want Fae. Doesn't seem good. It's interesting to have this in the cube because it's interesting, like, when you have Granted, do you want any good cards that not in your main deck to be able to wish for? Probably not, but you could have, like, if you have a lot of playables, you can wish for them, which is cool, or wish for sideboard cards, but yeah, I think I'm just going to slam a worm there. All right, so we wield the Shackles, not the other cards we were hoping for. There was a Git Probe, and what was the other card? I mean, I don't even know if I need. I mean, I guess a lot of these white cards are kind of free. I don't even know if I need to play Elspeth, but I'm going to be able to have so many islands because I have, again, Vista, I have, and then 2 fetch lands and then Hallowed Fountain. So I'm going to have plenty of white sources. This is going to be kind of hard to cast, but does seem pretty good in the deck. Mentor, actually, I'm probably just going to play Mentor. I'm just probably not going to play Doomstar and then side it in because we have like Deputy, Mentor, Blades Blazer. I don't know if I'm going to play Kasima, but yeah, seems good. Not playing any of these. Just hate this massive draw spell, I guess. I don't think Stormcaller does enough because a lot of our spells are reactive. And like we don't necessarily need to double disenchant. So it's not ideal in this deck. But this deck looks, like I said, incredibly strong. If we had gotten like one more piece of power, it would just be broken, but it would just be cracked, as the kids say, but it's just really strong. Maybe it is cracked. All right. So let's just take these lands out of the deck. I'll leave the Mana Vault and the Signet in for now. This is 27 playables. That's too many. I think I can cut Kasima. It's fine. We do have one. We have triple fetch land. Makes it better, but I can't really ever play the Omen Keel, and I'm already kind of overloaded on threes. I think my other threes are probably better. I am gonna play Shackles though. This can get out. Thank you. Commit to Memory goes there in the curve. I want to play Disenchant and Balance. I definitely want to main deck Disenchant. I think I am going to play Mentor. This is 25 playables with Mana Vault as well. And I could just cut Sublime Epiphany. We didn't get the Gear Hulk to go with it. This card is just pretty strong. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. I mean, seems pretty strong, doesn't it? I could not play Ballista, but good with Drain. It's just good with Vault. It's just good in general. I could not play Blade Splicer and side it in. I could not play Mentor and just focus more on like the controlling aspect. I have 7 creatures right now, and 3 of them are 6 draw, or 2 of them are 6 drops. Also, my mana should be pretty good. Another option is to cut Blaze Blazer, cut Mentor, play Wrath, play Doomscar. I can also just play Doomscar. I wanted to try this out, so I think I have to try it. So I can always just counter target activated or triggered ability. Mostly it's going to be counter spell, draw a card, return a permanent. That's usually the modes. And then sometimes create a token that's a copy of a creature I control. And then maybe sometimes like stifle plus draw plus bounce. That does a lot. Man, I'm really not sure what to cut here. I have balance as well. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should just cut Mentor and Blade Splicer. Mentor seems really strong in this deck. We have like double cantrip. We have like cheap artifacts. We have like a lot of non-creature spells to play. Man, I'm just not sure. This is like tough getting down to the last couple cuts. I need to cut 2 more cards. I could also cut Disenchant, but I don't really want to. I mean, maybe Sublime Epiphany is the correct cut, especially with so many 6 drops. I can just side these in like against aggro. I kind of like this. Again, I don't know if it's correct, quote unquote, but I think I'm going to do it because I want to try this card. So forgive me for that, but I think this deck is still great. Okay. So we're definitely going to need like infinite blue sources here. So how many white sources do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's already a good amount of white sources. I mean, I could get by with like 2 planes, but I can probably just play more than that, like 3 or 4. 8. How many? Let's see how many blue sources I have if I play 8 islands. I might just have more than enough. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 blue sources and 9 white sources. I could go 12 blue sources, 10 white sources. I almost like 13-9 better to mana drain earlier, Narset earlier. And I only have double white and Elspeth, so I still have 9 white sources. I think that's fine. Again, could be correct to go the other way and play 1 more white source. But I think this is good. And then this is, I don't know, this is still only, 16 lands plus Mox. I think our deck's good enough. I think we can do that. I could also play 18 lands, cut 1 more card, but I think I like this. Let's go. I like to take a screenshot of the deck. Honestly, this deck is pretty cracked. We just pack one, picked one in the Narset. We actually did not get the other wheel effect back, but we still have two good wheel effects in Time Twister and Commit to Memory, which I think was over here. But yeah, seems sweet. I'll see you in round one. Let me grab another drink. All right, welcome to round one. Keep this hand. Nothing crazy, but I'm gonna keep. Hopefully I can just hard cast this Daze. If we get into trouble, I can balance. They mulliganed, but turn one elf? No. Okay, nice. Okay. I'm gonna basically, unless it's just like some super broken 2-drop, I'm going to do everything I can to not Daze on this turn and like essentially time walk myself. So if they do something unbelievably broken, I might have to, but mostly I'm just not gonna I'm gonna try to not Daze there. Now I'll just hardcast Daze on almost anything. So funny how that works. Redrop. Come on, you know you want to. Nope. Okay. Nice. Factor Fiction was a good one. Oh, Vendilion Click. I'm gonna Daze that for sure. And I'm just gonna play Island Pass. It's not that I care too much about them like taking a random card out of my hand and letting me draw a card. It's more about just like I get to kill the 3/1 and they don't get to see my hand. Now I'll deputy anything they play. Probably don't want to balance, but I could. Okay, wow. Hull Breacher's a solid one. Might just end up turn Factor Fiction. We'll see. If they play any type of draw effect, I just get to Hull Breach it. Sick. Could also just get Hallowed Fountain with this instead of Plains, so I have another island for potential shackles. Oh wow, they're just missing a land drop. I'm just gonna Foff over Hull Breacher here. Just go Hallowed Fountain, yes, and then Foff. I just want some more lands, so now the fact that they didn't click me, they don't know my hand as well. I'm likely to get like a decent pile with lands. Because they probably just assume that I have more lands at this point. But yeah, this game's looking great for me. Oh, okay, sweet. If they go Mox land, I think I just take that because then I can just go 6-drop next turn. I can just slam a Frost Titan. And I feel like if they could have countered this, they would have. If they go 4 versus 1, I'll just take the 4 probably. Disenchant by itself versus all this. This is like, would be a dream. Okay, let's get all 4 of those in my hand. Didn't have any lands. See, the fact that they didn't know my hand, they were thinking, well, he probably has lands, so he doesn't need these cards, but obviously these are perfect for us. Okay, let's just go Island, Mox, Frost Titan. Could just leave up Sublime Epiphany, but if I do resolve Frost Titan, then when I untap and have Sublime Epiphany up, it just becomes insane. And if they don't have a counter, getting to tap a land is just really backbreaking for them, especially when I attack, tap another land, and then copy my thing, tap another land. I mean, they're not responding right away to this, but if they could counter it, they would. So I can just put them on not being able to counter this. And they didn't have a play on 4, so they're probably not going to have a play next turn. So yeah, this is just looking pretty over at this point. I mean, played a 4-mana draw 4. Opponent was on the mulligan and missing land drops. So it's their turn. I'm just F6ing. Not going to rep force or anything. Be pretty funny if we draw a Time Twister and we just go Hull Breacher, Time Twister as well, but I'd probably still just leave this up. I wonder if also I can just Sublime Epiphany on my turn. Honestly, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to attack with Frost Titan, tap this island, and then just Sublime Epiphany on my turn. I can actually bounce Mox, which is kind of funny. But then I can just make another Frost Titan, essentially just keep all their lands tapped. Just tap islands, I think, is better. Yeah, and then I'm just going to go Sublime Epiphany with Spell Pierce up, choosing a bunch of modes. Never cast this on Magic Online, I don't believe. All right, let's go cast. Let's go return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, create a token that's a copy, and target player draws a card. Cast. Return target non-land permanent. This. Choose a creature you control. This. Target player draws a card. This. And then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. And then I'm just going to tap their island with my Frost Titan copy. I have Spell Pierce up still. And I'm just going to replay Mox here for fun. Just have one more mana, play around like a Daze or something. I think cutting them off of blue is better. Yeah, I could have just left up Sublime Epiphany to counter their next play, but I think honestly this is like just as good. We just draw Elspeth. But we still have Spell Pierce up here. And if they play a creature, I don't think that really matters. Channel? Okay, well that matters. Good to know about channel, that's for sure. Still gonna tap Island, I think, on their next turn. Maybe I do just play Elspeth. Could also just leave up Hull Breacher, but yeah, they just concede. Sweet. Couple of Frost Titans got there. Alright, so they're probably green, blue, like channel, maybe show and tell kind of deck. This could do something, but I don't think I want any of these. Monastery Mentor could be decent against them because if they're just straight blue-green, they might not have that many answers to this. So I can at least bring that in. We didn't see anything for Disenchant, but we also only saw 5 cards. Or 6 cards. We saw 2 forests, 2 islands, channel, and Vendilion Click, and that's it. What am I cutting? I mean, I could cut Daze because they saw it, so they might play around it a little bit more. I like to do it. It's the classic, like, play a Force Spike game 1 and then side it out, and then they're scared of it in games 2 and 3, so they play around it all the time when you don't even have, like, the downside of drawing it in the late game when it's dead. So just take it out. Maybe that's wrong because I should have it to, like, counter an early Daze or something, but I wasn't sure what else to cut, honestly. This hand is actually, I think, a mulligan, even though it looks close to being a keep. A Lutri, did they reveal that in game 1? I don't think so. I think they might have just forgotten. But yeah, I'm going to say this is actually a mulligan, because even if I draw a land, yeah, I can go turn 2 Ballista, turn 3 Deputy, but then I just have triple 6-drop, and I have no way to, like, really cast those at any reasonable point. So I think I'd rather just, yeah, get something more like this. This hand's great. So let's just keep. Just put back a Treasure Cruise, I suppose. Probably just going to lead on a turn 1 Visions plus Mox into Mana Vault. It's just an insane turn 1. Just get a Hallowed Fountain here. Okay, well, given to us. It's actually kind of like the worst land possible to draw because now I can't go fetch land into Serum Visions because this only gets a Plains now, which is like pretty unfortunate, but I'm just going to pay 2 life, yes, and then Serum Visions. I actually kind of want to find Island here so I can just play a Narset next turn. And we know they can't channel me. Right, I drew commit to memory, so perfect. So now the line is just going to be to try to get this Narset and Hull Breacher into play, commit something, um, and then just flashback memory and Wheel of Fortune and kill them basically with the combo. Do I want both of these lands? I think just one of them is fine. Bottom, top, Mox, Mana Vault, go. I was going to jam Narset, but if they don't do anything, I'll just pass with Hull Breacher up, because then I can just end of turn Hull Breacher. And it's better against counter spells. And I also have commit up here, which is nice. So if they play some impactful 3-drop, I can just commit it. All right, let's just run this out. Could also commit one of my own like permanents if I have to, but I'd rather not. I also don't have enough blue mana because I didn't top the other island to go Narset into with commit up. So maybe I was supposed to just top all the islands. I mean, I couldn't necessarily foresee this far into the future. If they did something different, the game would have played out differently. All right. I think I just want to keep leaving up commit, right? Oh, they missed a land drop? Their draws have just not been working out over there. All right. Just pass with commit up here. If they play any spell, I just commit it. And then I just get to memory. Please try to play something. I mean, they might draw Step Vendilion and click me, in which case I'll just have to commit that. Okay, this is good. Nice. This should be game if they play a spell here. Because now I just flashback memory and then I have the combo. I guess they could have a Force of Will or something, but otherwise, then they're dead. Frost Titan, that's really good, but I think Wheel of Fortune is better. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh yeah, this actually just stops them entirely, and then I get a million treasures too. Wow. So now I just get to Frost Titan also. Oh yeah, so Hull Breacher, I forgot it's not like Narset, it's actually just game when you Hull Breacher. Well, that was pretty filthy. I told you, this deck is cracked. To be fair, the opponent didn't really do much. I guess they did cast the channel in game one, and we just had the Spell Pierce. And I still have Spell Pierce up with this treasure. And I don't know why I tapped all my treasures instead of using these planes. I wasn't really paying attention, but I don't think it matters. I was just elated. I was just in a good mood from comboing like that. All right, let's go round two. All right, welcome to round two. We're against EMAT. Check to play first. Yes. I'll keep. I think I'm just going to fetch my Hallowed Fountain just so I can have better scries and not worry about messing them up. I know I take damage this way, but I think it's fine. Getting my Hallowed Fountain is also pretty decent. Getting another island is actually good. And just setting up this Serum Visions long term is nice as well. I don't need Worm Coil, But Disenchant actually seems pretty good. If they have any artifact acceleration, I just get to take them off it. I'm just going to top. Not 100% sure there. I could have bottomed trying to find better cards like Mana Vault and Mox and Signet and stuff, but I think it's fine. Temple. They scry bottom. We draw Disenchant that we know about. It's Island Preordain. All right. There's Hull Breacher to go with this Time Twister and Shackles. So let's top. I'll just draw the Hull Breacher. I'll just draw it this turn. I know I don't play around like Thoughtseize, but it's very unlikely that they're going to go Black Source Thoughtseize. And I mean, putting it on top of the library has risk too if they make us both shuffle or something. Okay. I'm just going to pass with Hull Breacher up. Just going to try to basically make sure I resolve this Hull Breacher if I can. Hopefully, if they tap out for anything, I have the combo. End of turn, Hull Breacher, untap, Time Twister, and then I'd combo again. Oh man, I just so want them to play something. I think I'm not going to go for it here. Maybe I should, because I can at least resolve like another spell like Shackles or something. Got punished. Super punished, but we're still in a reasonable spot. That sucked. I mean, yeah, maybe with them not playing anything, I just shouldn't have done that. But without land drops, I was kind of scared of just sitting here, drawing cards, not hitting land drops. They're advancing their board. But again, maybe if they ever tap out for a spell, I could have just Wheel of Fortune them. Yeah, maybe that was a mistake. I just so wanted to go for it. I just jammed. Kiki Jiki Maul of the Skyclaves. Okay. So blue, white, red Kiki. So maybe they need lands and they just didn't find them? No, they have a plains. Mox. Jeez. Blade Splicer. Okay. Well, I can take control of this golem. And I can disenchant the Mox. Seems good to me. And then next turn I can Frost Titan or Sublime Epiphany. Why don't I just go disenchant Mox right now? And then plan just to shackle the golems. The golem. I disenchanted this now because then if they float 1 mana, I can just go to main 2. And if they had a 2-drop they want to play in response to shackles on this, they can't. Yeah, so now I just get to shackles this right now. Shackles is a pretty insane card, especially when we just have 5 islands in play. Because now you can see how brutal Shackles is. If they can't kill the Shackles, which often decks cannot kill, especially game 1, they have to deal with this. Once they deal with it, I just get to untap Shackles, steal something else. So if they ever have to just kill this golem and I get to untap Shackles, you just get to keep stealing and killing their stuff over and over, which is pretty nuts. Fiery Confluence. Okay, they do kill that and deal me. It's so weird. It doesn't really tell the modes that well because this is not the mode they chose. They must have dealt me 4 and destroyed that. Yeah. Okay. Then they hit for 1. And then hopefully I draw a land. They have 2 cards left. I get to just go Frost Titan, probably tap Sacred Foundry, honestly. Taking them down red and white source seems good. Land. Okay. Oh man, so close. I can actually take this weird line of Narset, no activation, because then I can have it survive a 4 damage attack, and then I can just wheel. The thing is, they're almost out of cards anyway, so that's not even that good. I mean, I do get to draw 7. I can also just Narset activate, is not bad. I'm going to play this rather than do nothing, so I am going to play it. Maybe they have Mana Tithe. I wouldn't want to have to time twister and then maybe they play a burn spell on this in response or something. I'm just gonna activate. I could also find path, keep this alive. Or if I find Mox or Signet, it's decent. Ephemerate the Blades Placer right now. That's a problem. Wow. Mana Drain and Daze. Alright, well, let's take Mana Drain. I think I need to Mana Drain this Ephemerate when they play it. As bad as that is. My Narset's gonna die, and then I get to Frost Titan. This is bad, but it's also just like, because it gives me 1 mana, it guarantees that I get to play Frost Titan. Which I need to do. I mean, I could die next turn if I don't, so it also stops them from making another 3/3. Just the Force Spike on the Hull Breacher was brutal. Okay, well, we drew land. We can play around Mana Tithe if they have that. I think I'll just tap a Golem here. I'm definitely going to Frost Titan first because I'm just going to tap Golem, because if they have an answer for this, I want to take less damage. But yeah, Frost Titan first, because as we saw in the last game, Sublime Epiphany gets a lot better when you have a good creature in play, so easy Frost Titan first here. Resto Blink Blades Placer. Am I dead now? Jeez, they just went off with Blades Placer. I'm at 8, and I can block 1 thing, take 7. So I'm not dead yet, but I'm very close to being dead. Path, Frost Titan. Impulse, okay. All their cards have seemed pretty good. Ephemerate seems a little weird, but they have already multiple good targets. They probably have other ETB effects. All right, they took a card with Impulse, 2 cards in hand. Yeah, so they're going to put me to 1. So I get to block a Golem and eat it, go to 1. And then I get to go bounce Golem, copy Frost Titan. It's gonna be tight here. Spell Pierce. Okay, well, I can't cast that. So again, attack with Frost Titan, tap Golem, and then on their turn, I have to go. If they just pass 2 attacks, I have to go Frost Titan, tap Resto, bounce Golem, and then I actually don't. I'm not dead on board then. Okay. Obviously, I have to resolve this, but if I do, I think they're dead. So let's tap Resto. Let's tap Resto. I really want them to play any spell here. They're probably not going to. Play a spell main 1. Anything that I can counter? Damn. Okay, so let's go cast. Let's go return, top, and I draw. So let's go bounce a Golem, copy a Frost Titan, I draw. And then I can tap a Golem and have a blocker for Blades Placer. And then have 2 Frost Titans in play. Pretty incredible if we can win this game. Wow, is this just working? Okay. I mean, they need to play 2 more blockers. Looks like they don't have an answer yet. Soul Herder. Wow, they're really flickering. So they blink Blades Placer. Okay, that's actually 2 more blockers. No. So I need to draw like a path. I can play a Time Twister though. I only have 2 mana available. I can also play a Fact or Fiction. I cannot crack Vista. Let's pull up our list. What gives us the most outs to win? I mean, they can also draw counter any type of counter spell off the draw 7, which is relevant. So Path is an out. Balance is an out. They already killed Shackles. Ballista, I think, is an out as well. I think I'm just supposed to Time Twister. I think this gives me more looks because this only gives me 5 total looks, and this gives me 7. All right, Disenchant might do it too. Let's go Mox. Land Preordain before Disenchant. Bottom. Wormcoil. Let's disenchant this. I mean, I'm obviously just going for the win here. And then attack with both Frost Titans, tap these two. Tap Soul Herder, and got him. Whew! That was pretty sick. This deck is cracked. Seems like they're like pretty heavily focused on doing their flicker and combo thing. They might not have that much interaction. I mean, Doomscar's not bad from what they showed. They showed a lot of kind of small creatures, but I could just run the deck back. Balance also isn't great, but I think it's fine. Yeah, let's just run it back because they can just like Izzet Charm this, or they could have Lightning Bolt in their deck, stuff like that. Blade Splicer's fine, but I don't really want to be competing on the Blade Splicer game against their Soul Herder Ephemerate deck. This has been pretty fun though. Just having all these wheels and stuff. Yeah. I thought I had one more land. For some reason, I thought the Commit to Memory was another land. I mean, I think I'm keeping, right? I can just Time Twister. I don't know if you can hear my girlfriend. She's watching American Idol right now. I think her guy that she like is doing well. All right, I can also just daze something here, which would be reasonable. Disenchant that? Yeah, let's daze. Because I want a Time Twister next turn. All right. So now, I mean, I can also just leave up Commit, but then I can't Time Twister right away. Do I even need to Time Twister now? That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it's not a bad time to do it. I think I will. I mean, I do have to tap my Mana Vault, but any other spell I kind of have to anyway. Let's do it. We'll try to pay 2 life. Yes, it could be good for them. I don't know, but I'm going to do it. Okay, well, we drew another Daze. Our hand is actually pretty decent here, considering. I can just leave up Mana Drain next turn. Maybe that hand should have just been a mulligan. I mean, it kind of did suck that I had to Daze there, because otherwise I would have been able to play another land post Time Twister, but I wasn't able to. I just felt like passing and doing nothing wasn't great. So just hope for nothing too broken from the opponent here. Nothing is perfect. Obviously can't untap this yet, but that's fine. We're definitely just going to leave up Drain. Do I want to fetch? I think I do. Just put another card in the yard. Just gonna pass. Can also just like hard cast a Daze potentially. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I could drain this, and then at the beginning of your next main phase, I would get to add 3 mana. Just gonna Daze, cast, second Daze of the game. Nice. I wonder if they have Twin as well. I cannot play Orzhov Signet and have Drain up next turn, but I can just obviously just leave up Drain. Nothing from the opponent. That's good. It's healed to this. No. I need to start using the no trigger. The press 4 for no. Okay, I'm gonna try to work on it. I always say I'm gonna try, and then I just honestly forget. Impulse, that resolves. If I'm able to mana drain anything, I could also just maybe play a Sublime Epiphany just for value. It's not great, but maybe I draw into something too. I mean, also, this is just counterspell, so I can't believe they won that first game. That was pretty incredible. I'll let Serum resolve. Serum is fine. Next turn, I can just play Orzhov Signet and leave Drain up again. I don't really care about taking one off this. I think I'm just going to keep playing Islands. Better with Shackles. I don't need that many white sources generally. Oh, see, I'm just like, I just cannot like use 3 and 4 just because I'm so accustomed to clicking over there. Let's just play Orzhov Signet tapping like this. I could have tapped Hallowed Fountain to play around like a Wasteland or something. That probably would have been correct, but I didn't do that. And then, yeah, I really want to drain something so I can just play an Elspeth. Yeah, tap out for something, please. Kiki Jiki. Oh, Manic Vandal. So they're going to kill Orzhov Signet. I mean, I could just allow that, but I don't hate just getting a bunch of mana here. They're going to counter back. I wasn't able to use Orzhov Signet. Brutal. I mean, this isn't that bad of something to happen to me here. So I think it's okay. I mean, I can't play my 6-drops now, but my mana drain didn't resolve. Yeah, I mean, that was obviously bad. All right, I think I just pay for this. And of course, I didn't use 3 for yes. Is it 3 for yes? 3 for yes, 4 for no. All right, I have path up. All right, got to get better at using the hotkeys. Let's just work on that here. I cannot click yes or no. I have to use the hotkeys. I need to like put like a sticky note over my screen or something so I can't see yes and no, so I have to use the hotkeys. That might work. Play a creature. Not a planeswalker. Anything but planeswalker. Yeah, the force spike just getting me again was brutal, but I couldn't have actually used the Orzhov Signet. I could have not played it, but I'll take 2. I don't want to use my path yet. Then they're going to play a spell here. I feel like this is a non-creature spell. What is this? A Kiki Jiki? What you got? Oh, Blade Splicer? It's annoying. And then Ephemerate the Manic Vandal. Okay, now I need to path it. have to, but then this also counters like the ephemerate. It just sends it to the graveyard. So this is an easy path here. It looks like their Wheel of Fortune hand that they got off the Time Twister was actually pretty decent. They've just like been consistently playing spells, so maybe I helped them out, but nice. I'm glad that resolved. And I think I'm just jamming Elspeth. Gonna go Elspeth plus. Oh, see, I clicked to no. I just forget. All right. Now do I lead Pruridan? I can always just tap Mana Vault to like play my Elspeth or something. Sure. Disenchant Balance. Yeah, I mean, balance seems good. I can go balance into Elspeth, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I don't think I need disenchant, but I will keep the balance, like I said. They have 3, 4, 5. They have 7 mana. 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I only have 5 lands, so they have to sack 2 lands. But if I play a land, they have to sack 1 card and discard a card. No, I can go play Elspeth and then not activate it and then play balance. Yeah, let's do that. So let's go 3, 4, 5, 6. Play Elspeth, then play balance. And then plus Elspeth. This is sweet if this works. Play balance, they have to sack 1 land, lose their board, and discard 2 cards. And then I get to plus Elspeth after. This card is definitely underrated. Is it charm? Counter unless I pay 2. Okay, I mean, at least my Elspeth didn't get countered. Now I have Sublime Epiphany to like balance Golem, draw, maybe counter something. So if I just untap with Epiphany here, it's going to be pretty nuts. Hopefully they don't do anything too broken. No Fractured Identity or anything. Oh, Maul? So they can kill my Elspeth here. Damn. Brutal. That is pretty bad for me. It's a really bad sequence. I still think I liked going for the Elspeth into balance line. It was just good value, and they're okay putting it there, sure. I'm at 12, they're at 20. So if I untap this, I don't take damage, and I can still cast this, right? Let's untap it. Treasure Cruise. Okay, let's go for that, because I can just play it for 1 mana. So if I draw an island, which I'm very likely to do, then I can still have Epiphany up. I don't know if it matters. I guess it does for like future Time Twisters. Okay. Oh my god, I totally miscounted. What was I thinking? I couldn't have even untapped Mana Vault and had Epiphany up. I just kind of screwed myself there. Just miscounted. I don't know what I did. I counted these 4 and thought I could still have. Yeah, I thought I could still play Epiphany, but I only had 5 mana left, not 6. Oh man, that's brutal. I mean, maybe they play some type of draw spell here, but I'm probably getting hit for 5 now rather than bouncing their thing. I don't have Epiphany up to counter something. Should not have untapped the Mana Vault. Because then I could have, yeah, I mean, it was just a mistake. I just miscounted. Oh my god, I'm just getting ultra punished here. Now they just make a Blade Splicer copy. I don't really have any Wraths in the deck. I just punted here. Suppose I just go block. Probably should have left my balance in the graveyard too. So no. Okay, nice. Use the hotkey. That felt pretty bad, honestly. All right, well, I can just stifle the Kiki trigger and then bounce a golem. I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. Draw a card. I still have Spell Pierce, but that doesn't really do anything. So they're just gonna Kiki, target Blades Placer. They're gonna Kiki right now if they don't mess up. Yeah. Okay, so let's go cast. Do all these modes. Counter this. Bounce this. Copy this. I draw. And cast it. See, it's annoying how when you put this card on the stack, it just says everything on Magic Online. Like, it should highlight the ones that are active. Okay, I'm taking 3. I'm gonna chump. My token's a token soldier. Probably losing this game. Yeah. Not sure if it mattered. Probably did. Because if I had Epiphany up, I could have Epiphany countered this. Yeah, I just punted that. Damn. Thought we were going to have that one too, but I still think this deck is pretty broken. Hopefully I win the last game and I'm not punished. Dog gets hyped around this time. Again, Doomscar is interesting. It's reasonable because they have a lot of creatures and they're kind of a creature combo deck, but yeah, I don't want it. Let's go. Let's go game 3. All right, let's go game 3. Let's play first. Oh man, this hand is just incredibly slow. We do have 3 lands. I think I'm just supposed to keep, because if I draw any land, I can turn for a Factor Fiction. I think I just honestly could have played better this entire match. I mean, game 1, I guess I played fine. Game 2, I could have just played better. I guess I'll just say that. Not going to path on their turn right away anyway, so I'd rather be able to mana drain on 2 just in case. Balance. All right, I'll just rep mana drain here. I might be able to get them with a decent balance this game. We'll see. If they just go like land creature, I can just go like balance it. Okay, well. I wonder if I even Factor Fiction on 4 here. Or do I play around 4 Spike? They play Pestermite. I feel like I should just path this. It gives them a land, but I think it's like the safest line. And yeah, they're tapping my white source anyway. I guess I have to. I don't want to get comboed. They could have Splinter Twin. I know I'm ramping them, but I can always balance as well. So if they just play like a Blades Placer or something, maybe I just go balance. We'll see. This is interesting. Okay. They go land, True Name, another creature. Stoneforge. Okay. Mall of the Skyclaves. Yep. So if I go balance right now, they have to sacrifice a land and sack 2 creatures, and I have to discard 1 card. But if I go land balance, they keep all their lands, but I don't have to discard a card. I think I like that better because I want a guaranteed 6-drop and I don't really want to discard Foff. So I think I just like land balance here. It's just Wrath at this point. We each have 4 cards in hand. We each have the same number of lands. So that seems pretty sweet. Now I have 2 6-drops that I can just start, boom, boom, just dropping. Blades Placer. Okay. I mean, I could have waited 1 turn on the balance, but I think this is okay. I mean, I can even play around Force Spike potentially by end of turn Foff. Take some damage. I think I want to do that. I mean, they've shown Force Spike every game, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, if they had, let's say they had sided out Force Spike for game 3, and I'm playing around it here by not playing a Worm or a Frost Titan, that's a huge disadvantage for me. And they don't even, and they might not even have Force Spike in their deck, but yeah, I'm just gonna go for Foff here. Caracas. Interesting. There's the Maul. It's a lot of damage. Still at 20 though. They have 2 cards. I'm gonna Foff here. Now I'm definitely not gonna Time Twister until I can set it up with a Narset or a Hull Breacher. I guess I could have responded to this with Foff in case I want to draw a counterspell. I've already played my path, so let's just wait now. Just end of turn Foff here. I should have played this in response to Maul, I think. I guess it doesn't matter. All right, I mean, there's Narset plus Time Twister. Be interesting to see how they split these. They split Narset, Preordain, and Elspeth double land. So I can't cast Elspeth yet, so I think I'm just taking these, taking the combo. Yeah, let's take this. Maybe I was supposed to take a land to play around Force Spike. I don't know. Okay, nice. Let's pay 2. Let's just go Frost Titan. Not going to get Force Spiked here if I can help it. Then I think I just tap Golem here, actually. I know they don't have to re-equip. Maybe I tap this, but then they re-equip, I get hit for 5. Takes a lot of their mana, though. So again, I tap this, and I have to spend 3 mana, I get hit for 5, or I tap this, and I just automatically get hit for 3. I think I'd rather get hit for 3, so. I'm just going to Preordain, because if they want to Force Spike that, I think that's okay. And if they don't, then I get to set more stuff up. It's just bottom here. Okay, nice. Epiphany plus Frost Titan has been good this league so far. Deceiver Exarch? No. So I still have the combo. The reason I didn't want to go for it, 1 is because they could have a counter, but 2 is because I have these good 6-drops that I can play from my hand. So why do I want to get a new hand when I already have like really good stuff to do? They're looting for 2. That is fine. They discard Relic Warder, Manic Vandal. Sure. I think they don't have much going on. They hit for 3. I'm just going to pass with Sublime Epiphany up. I can take another hit. Commit to memory. Sweet. Let's just tap this. Again, because I'd rather just be getting hit for 3 than getting hit for 5. I don't care really if they have to re-equip. I'm probably just taking another hit for 3 because I want to just leave up Sublime Epiphany. Okay, never mind. Even Mind Sensor right now. Just going to go counter. counter bounce. Let's just cast counter bounce, token copy, draw. Counter bounce, copy, draw. This card has actually been pretty nuts, so I'm glad I put it in the deck. And then I tap their Blade Splicer. Nice. And then I can just go for the wheel combo if I want. I don't even know if I need to, though. At this point, I can just leave up commit. I could just play Narset with commit up. Admittedly, not playing around Force Spike at that point, but I can also just cast a Treasure Cruise for 1 mana. So definitely punted game 2, but looking good here in game 3. Deal me 6 damage. Yep. Okay. Well, definitely want to leave commit up 100%. I don't even really want to Narset plus wheel, so let's just go land. Attack with these two. Tap. Tap. They're going to 1. There's no reason to play Wormcoil, I think, because I'd rather just have commit up. I think it's definitely safer. But I will just go start with Treasure Cruise, I think. Just leave Sublime Epiphany in the yard. Why not? I don't know if it matters too much. I don't know what's best. Days could do something. Let's see. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's not miscount. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I don't think there's a huge harm in playing Narset. I guess just take Disenchant is safest. And then I just still have commit up playing around Force Spike. And got him. Nice, didn't get punished. GG's. 2-0, let's go for the trophy here. I've played 2 drafts so far. One of them I recorded. I went 2-1. We lost to like a crazy Black Lotus, like turn 2 Dragon, mono red deck. And then we 2-1 that draft. And then in the second draft, I had this crazy, just like Jeskai Planeswalker deck, 3-0'd it, and then now 2-0. So I'm crushing this MenguCube this season so far. Haven't done that many drafts, but doing well. So see you in round 3. Let's, again, try to get our trophies up to 2 here. All right, round 3 here, finals. I'm going to keep this mediocre hand. We're against Fluffatog. It's a funny name. I don't know if I just literally just said that. All right, verse Sacred Foundry. I could consider pathing depending on what they play here. I don't want to, but okay, it might just be like Jeskai Control or something. Chalice, okay. Ballista. Do I just play that for 1? I think so. Because on 4, I'm going to want a Factor Fiction anyway. So otherwise, I'm not playing Ballista for a long time. Rather just get it out there. Be interesting to see what, just like what they're doing with their deck. Could just be a good, Jeskai good cards, Jeskai mid-range. Tolarian. Well, Disenchant is definitely good here. Tinker? Just please not Inkwell because I have Path. So Sphinx of the Steel Wind, Blight Steel. Those are all fine. Okay, Battle Ball, that's annoying. That is going to be tough. Turn 3 Battle Ball. I mean, I can path it, and then so good. That was so insane with Academy too. Do I just path it now, or do I path it on upkeep? I don't want them to be able to counter this path. I think I just have to path now. Sucks, but I think it is what it is. I could also just shoot Amir now because it takes them down 1 mana for Academy. That sucks too, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. Give them a mana from path, take them down 1 mana. I mean that Academy plus Tinker for Battle Ball is a pretty insane combo. Let's go. I mean, we're putting ourselves in a position where we could win. They just already have so much mana here from Academy. It's pretty nuts. What's up with this text? The legendary land text, it's like too big. When it's like in this view, it doesn't look that good. This is like how big the text should be. This looks bad. Yeah, like this text for instant looks fine, and then this sorcery text looks too big. Maybe I'm just overanalyzing, but all right, they're in the tank. I mean, maybe they just have like double red or double white spells that they can't cast. That's a way I could win the game. I can Factor Fiction next turn. I do not want a Time Twister yet. Just go Island, pass, and then Factor Fiction. They didn't play a spell, so that's good. I can take 3 again, no problem. Plains, okay. Plane, like a white planeswalker here. They're gonna attack for 3 first and then play a spell, sure. Play around Cryptic or something. Not gonna tap draw anyway. A Johnny Vengeant. Okay. They should just plus on one of my lands. Yeah. I still need to Factor Fiction here, I think. Okay, this is obviously good. See how they split it. And I'm not even gonna like, try to determine how they're gonna split here. Mana Drain, Frost Titan, Daze versus lands. I think I'm taking lands plus Mana Drain here. Mana Drain Mox or Daze Frost Titan land. I mean, I'm already kind of losing on board, so taking this isn't great. I think maybe I should still take this because I'm not casting Frost Titan for many turns taking this pile. So I think I'm supposed to take this. This also makes my draws better. Okay, Deputy. So I can just Deputy all their mirrors. Yeah. And I can still have Drain up. That was such a good draw. I mean, I could Deputy their Johnny. Maybe I just Deputy the Johnny and don't care about the mirrors. All right, I think I do that. Maybe that's greedy, but having Drain up to protect Deputy if I want. And I can always Sublime Epiphany, copy my Deputy to get rid of the mirrors. They can't even attack into my 1/3. Yeah. They know about Drain, but... Oh, just Battle Display on my Mox. I mean, I can Drain this because then they don't get the 2/1. I feel like I just let it resolve. They can't even cast the 2/1 this turn. And then I just still have Drain up. I don't really care about my Mox there. Okay. Now I'm in kind of a good holding position. I kind of stabilized. Just pass. They just play Shield Breaker. I'm just going to let it resolve. And then maybe go for an end of turn Epiphany. I mean, again, they know about Drain here. Control Magic on my 1/3. I mean, one option is let it resolve. They're going to attack. No. I guess I could just go for Epiphany here and they can maybe resolve something else. I think I just go for this. It's counter, bounce, create a token and draw. Counter this, bounce this, copy this, and I draw. And then I just get to deputy all their mirrors if this resolves. It does. Now even if they get a Johnny back, it's not that insane. I still have mana drain now. Now I'm just waiting for a Hull Breacher basically or a Narset. They play a 2/1. They have one card left. I still have drain. Nice. Guess I just attack for 1. Probably should have attacked with the other one. I guess I could have also just not attacked. I don't care about Talisman. I'll get my Hallowed Fountain. Wormcoil Engine. Yeah, I'll play that. I know I don't have double counter up, but Spell Pierce is kind of dead anyway. Just attack with both here. They have one card left. Got him. Nice. Wow, we just beat a turn. Like, I wanted to say this earlier. When I go to the list, I'll talk more about it, but they were on the play, right? Or was I on the play? Just with the slow hand. Oh, no, I was on the play. Okay, but they still had a turn 3 Tinker for Battle Ball with Tolarian. And yeah, they didn't have great follow-up after that, but they had turn 3 Battle Ball with a ton of mana. And then we were able to just deal with that and survive, like, not even at that low of life total. Yeah, we had the path for the Battle Ball, but we gave them extra mana. And if you look at this list, it almost looks like, how do you even survive? There's not that much interaction, but between the counter spells, the disenchant, the path, balance, deputy, shackles, there's like more interaction than you think. Even if there's not like typical control elements like wraths, this is actually pretty good. So yeah, that was a good showing of how even decks like this where it looks like you don't have that much interaction, you actually can interact pretty well with all these like just good counter spells and controlling cards. And I don't think I want any of these. I think I'm just going to run it again. Deck's been great. Let's just get the 3-0 here. Wrap it up. Let's go game 2. All right. Finals, game 2. We're up a game. This hand is nuts. We can just play some artifacts and balance. Oh, they have Mana Vault too. Okay. And into Metalworker? All right, well, we may want to just turn 1 balance here. Let's see. So if I go Island, Mana Vault, Signet, balance, they just lose their Metalworker. And then I don't discard any cards, but then I'm left with Signet, land versus land. I think I want to, because then they can't tinker or anything. Yeah, let's just do it. I don't know if balance is like getting that much better. Pretty sick, honestly. Just the old balance Wrath of God. I'm telling you, balance is underrated. You do have to put a little work into making it work. Having artifacts is obviously where you want to be. The more moxes and signets you have, the better balance gets. Wow, they have a 2-drop? Cold Storm? Alright, that's not what I wanted to see, but still don't hate my play. But yeah, balance is great. I'm still just clicking no. Okay, well now I'm just jamming Deputy here. I'm gonna get Hallowed Fountain, I think. Just Deputy their Cold Steel Heart. Just take them down a mana. And then if I draw a land, I can Factor Fiction. If not, I can just flash in a Hull Breacher. This has been actually a pretty sick game. Opponent went Mana Vault into Metalworker turn 1, and then we kind of just had a quote-unquote answer. Now if they just tap a land, I was going to say we could just flash in a Hull Breacher. Chalice for 1. Okay. Into something else? Balance? Oh my god. Okay, they have to sack a land and I have to discard 2 cards? I mean, sure. I think I just keep my Hull Breacher. Oh, I lose my Deputy and they get back their Cold Steel Heart? What do I want? Factor Fiction or Hull Breacher? I think I want Hull Breacher. Oh, no, 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 no. No! Oh my god. No! Okay, well now I need to draw land. That was the worst possible. That was the card I wanted to discard first. I was thinking I just clicked too fast. Oh my god. Okay, well we drew land. So now next turn I untap Mana Vault. And then I cast Frost Titan. So maybe it'll work out. But that is not the card I wanted to keep. They didn't untap their own Mana Vault, which is interesting. Maybe they have a Najani here. Oko? Oh no! Could have like had a Hull Breacher to flash in against this. They can just like elk their own Mana Vault here. And then start elking their artifacts. God damn. That was such a bad misclick. That's what they do. Oko pretty strong. Alright, let's untap. Shackles. Okay, Shackles is actually reasonable. I'm not going to play it here. See what I draw next turn. I can always just play it next turn with this Mana Vault. But I'm getting hit for 6 down to 9, and they still have Oko in play. I can't beat Oko. If I had kept Hull Breacher in hand, they play Oko, they make a tap to Mana Vault. I flash in Hull Breacher, I attack it down to 2. I don't know if that would work, honestly. Wow, they elk my own Mana Vault, my Mana Vault? To fairy phase it out or something? Or just loot? Interesting. Yeah, I mean, Oko is obviously just insane. And they can phase out like my Mana Vault or something, my elk. Okay, well, this is not bad. I get to go Shackles, take your Mana Vault. And then if I draw land, next turn I can play Frost Titan still. So, I don't know, maybe. And then they just can phase out my Mana Vault. Do I have to attack Teferi? I don't even know. They can elk my Shackles. But I'm kind of fighting back here. I think I need to attack Oko because I need to start getting the loyalty down. And then if they phase it out, it's the same thing. This is a funny board state. Yeah, I mean, if I can draw Frost Titan, I mean, if I can draw land for Frost Titan, it's reasonable, but then they can always just Oko it, elk it with Oko. This is just literally insane. Attack Oko. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to attack Teferi there because they could just take 3 on Oko and then still have phasing up for this. but I think I need to take Oko down. Otherwise they can, yeah, I just need to get this out of there at some point. They're thinking if they want to phase out or loot again. That was so sick though, and they went turn one metalworker, I went turn one balance, and then they balanced my deputy. That was pretty nuts. Vintage Cube is so much fun. Okay, they phase it out. Now what are they gonna do? Are they gonna elk one of their own things? They can exchange one of their own things, or they can elk my shackles. I mean, I guess they're not in the best position here because if they elk my shackles, I mean, I guess they get their mana vault back, but then I have two elks, and then I can go land, hopefully, Frost Titan, tap this attack, and they are not able to ferry anymore. Thought I heard the dog. What a game, what a game. Trinket Mage, cast, interesting. Do they have any targets? Walking Ballista? Play Walking Ballista, X equals 1. So they have 0 cards in hand to loot with the fairy. I mean, they can just mill one now. Are they gonna... Okay, they elk their Walking Ballista, so make it into a 4/4. Land. All right, I do not want to untap that, and I don't draw land, and I draw 6-drop uncastable. That's brutal. 3, 4, 5. Now they can even elk their Trinket Mage. They mill 1. They can phase out again with the Fairy Master of Time. They loot. Ditch a land. Opponent's deck does seem pretty sweet. Karn, Coalition Relic, Balance, Metalworker. Did we have any other hate for artifacts or anything? I don't think so. Can't play this. Okay, they elk my shackles. Oh my god, I retain control of their elk? How does that even work? Because this is still a Vidalcan Shackles. Oh no, they get this back now. Oh, because this untapped. Okay. So now, yeah, now it won't work. All right. Oh no, I can't even tap like this. I have to just tap like this. I could have tapped Borzov Signet and had 1 blue mana floating. They're looting in response to Narset. Okay. Activate. Mana drain. Daze and wheel. Eventual wheel. I feel like maybe I just take drain. Commit to memory is not bad though, because next turn I could just cast commit, and then maybe the turn after that I just cast wheel with Narset in play. I mean, this Narset's probably just gonna die, right? I think I just take drain. Not really sure. They attack with their elk and their ballista at my Narset. What do I do? Do I just let it die? Their Oko's at 8 as well. So they're just attacking with this only. Okay. Why aren't they attacking with their ballista to keep it back as a blocker? They cannot loot with the fairy. If they do, they just have to discard a card. That was a weird attack. Shouldn't they attack with this too? Basalt Monolith. What a game, what a game. Keeping the Frost Titan was obviously just so bad for me. If they make a food, it goes at 10 loyalty because it's Broco. And we draw a land. Okay. So one thing I could do is end of turn, bounce Oko, and then have mana drain up for it. Seems pretty bad, right? But I think it's actually fine. I'm not going to play Frost Titan here and just get it Oko'd. So it's Narset minus and leave up Epiphany. Disenchant seems good. And I'll pass the turn here. I'm actually in a reasonable spot now. This Epiphany resolves. It's not too bad. They're looting. Yeah, I just have to let it resolve. Also, if they tap out for any spell, I can counter it, bounce the Oko, they can't replay it. I can get some pretty good value. I honestly don't know what happens if I counter this, if I copy this Vidalcan Shackles. I think I just get another Vidalcan Shackles Elk, 3/3, but I just don't know. I don't know the layers. I need a judge. Judge? Okay, they're going to Oko their food into an Elk, I assume. They've discarded so many lands. They have 18 cards in the library. I have 22. I have a Disenchant and a Drain, but I really want to play Sublime Epiphany first to deal with Oko. Okay. Oh, they're exchanging control of those two. I wonder if I was supposed to respond to that with Epiphany or counter it with Epiphany. I thought they were plussing on their food. I just again punted. Okay, let's see if they attack Narset here. Attack Narset with Trinket Mage, me with Ballista. Interesting. So I can save my Narset, but I don't want to. I want to just continue to leave up Epiphany here for a big spell. Okay, they pass. Because now I have nothing to copy with Epiphany. Oh, God damn it. Just punting this round. So now it's just bounce draw. Ugh. So brutal. I could have just disenchanted this as well. I don't want to just bounce my own shackles, replay it. But I could. I think I just need to deal with the Oko. Sorry for the punts here, but it happens. This might even just get countered anyway. Treasure Cruise, okay, that's a good one. Mox, let's just go Cruise. Okay. I guess I get planes at this point. I'm not really sure. Let's play Mox. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Can't really play Frost Titan yet because I need to have Drain up. But I do have Disenchant and Path here and Drain. Target creature You don't control faces out. Okay. So I think I'm okay here. They're looting. Do I want to disenchant anything right now? I don't think so. There were so many things I could have done differently. I should have just Sublime Epiphanied the Oko -5. Then I could have copied my shackles, countered the ability, bounced something. Yeah, it was just bad. Disenchant this. Oh my god, it's not an artifact creature anymore. These are green elks. I'm just really royally messing up this round. Okay, let's path the 4-power thing. So I can, again, I cannot disenchant an elk, right? Okay. Take 5. I can also just crack food to gain 3, as bad as that is. And you got to play from the position that you're in, right? Should have played better, but this was a, yeah, turn 1 metal worker for them, turn 1 balance for me, and then they balanced as well. God, their deck is such a better balance deck, and this is close to ultimating. Do I just take out the Basalt Monolith? They did not play Oko. Sure. And crack food as well, I think. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, 9 mana. So I can preordain first. I guess I'll just crack Vista first and then preordain. I think that's better. Time Twister and commit to memory. I don't think I need Time Twister, but I think commit to memory is fine. I can commit like a Teferi next turn before it can ult. Just leave up Island for drain. Tap the Shackles creature. They're going to loot. They don't have that many cards left in library. They discard Sundering Titan. Wow. If I can still win this game after all these misplays, that's pretty incredible. So they can go up to 10 on their Teferi, but then I can commit it. Oh no, they can go up to 10, and then on my turn they can ult. Ugh. How greedy are they going to get? They're going to take 2 extra turns. I mean, maybe I can still beat 2 extra turns, depending on what they have. They're going to Oko here. I'm going to mana drain. I'm sure they're baiting with this Oko. Urza. And then they get 2 extra turns with Urza out. I know, but they have to pass the turn here, so I get 1 turn. And maybe they go for loot on Teferi to get because they're greedy. Also, I can just go for commit plus memory right now. I mean, does that even work for me? Not really. I think I just need to go land go. I guess I attack and tap a construct, and then I'm not dead on board. I guess I attack Teferi. See if they just ult here with the fairy. I'm definitely in trouble. If they ult a fairy, I think I lose. Yeah, they take 2 extra turns after this one. So I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So I can go commit plus memory, but then that just gives them a full grip in 3 turns in a row. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have attacked a fairy. I mean, they get 2 extra turns here. So they're going to untap and just attack, attack, attack. What if I commit this? Then they attack for 3, and then they have 2 more turns. Maybe I just wasn't supposed to attack. Alright. I'll just pass. Could concede, but yeah, this feels bad just in the fact that I think I could have won if I played better. Just want to see more cards. Control magic. All right, let's just go to the next one. All right. I think I just run it again. Yeah, let's just go game 3. All right, game 3 here. Let's see if I can not get punished for my terrible plays again. Don't think I can keep this. It's just mulligan. All right, this isn't perfect, but I think I'm supposed to keep. I think I can just put back a path, honestly. Balance could be good. This drain is obviously great. My cantrips are good. I just don't know if I need a path this early necessarily. Just lead on visions. I think I'm supposed to top this even though it's not an island. I want lands, and I do want plains at some point to cast this deputy and this balance. I'll try to find more lands with this preordain. Another plains is not, I think, what I want, so it's bottom bottom. Okay. I need another island here. And I could have kept another plains so I can at least cast deputy, but I like going for the island. Being able to leave up drain is so critical. Yeah, I mean, I could have cast these 3 drops. Land, please. They're gonna play something. Okay, well, I can always balance here if they play a creature. They're also getting kind of low on time. Tinker? Okay, well, I'm just balancing for sure. No, they kill both my lands. Okay, well, we lose. So that sucks. I think probably don't have outs. I guess if I draw white source plus blue source in the next 2 draw steps and I can balance. But yeah. That sucks. Lost my trophy. I deserve to not get it, honestly. Felt like I didn't play that well. I don't even have that many white sources left because I know I bottomed one. And I drew another one, so I have like 7 out of 29. And Oko also, sure. Now even if I just balance, I just died to this. So GG's. Opponent's deck was sweet, honestly. Again, I think I could have played better and maybe won. So that sucks that I didn't, but jeez, make a car instruct. Make a 5/5. Okay. White source for fun. Okay. Why not? I have to discard all my entire hand though. choose a card in your hand to keep. I guess I just keep Deputy to try to hit Oko. I mean, I'm dead on board, right? They just elk something. Doesn't matter. Oh, then they also kill both my lands. GG's. That was fun. So made our entry fee back, but yeah, I gave up a trophy there. Okay, well this is Popper Jund that I was thinking about playing, but I decided to cube draft instead. I usually go to the deck list after, so that's what I was doing, but this is a cube draft. My channel is youtube.com/snapbolt. My name is Max. I hope you had fun in that league. Again, didn't play perfectly in round 3, but everybody makes mistakes sometimes. Can't be too upset. Had a good time. I think our deck was cracked, and I should have been a 3-0, but I messed it up. So that happens. But thanks for watching. If you like my channel, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Till next time. Peace.